It looks good. See what happens.
Really good out there. The teams are down in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. Respect to Al Bourabou Hawkes for continuing to support the series. DJ's going to be down there bringing us all the action from there. As again, 26 cars here tonight. You see the drone, not Doug drone, the drone following them around.
44. Well, the Heartbeat Hot Sauce car won last Friday night at Circle City in Overton. So the Heartbeat Hot Sauce, again, get your favorite Heartbeat Hot Sauce products. Go to heartbeathotsauce.com or on amazon.com.
Yeah, and Overton, 5th different winner this year. Tonight, round 16 of 2025. Who will be the VLIN feature winner? DJ's going to talk to the Big River Steel podium top 3 down in Lucas Oil Victory Lane here tonight. As again, a lot of these tough Illinois boys here, but I tell you what, we got drivers from all over the country here. And just appreciate all the great fans coming out. The fan attendance has been fantastic this week, continues here tonight. We'll do it again tomorrow as James, I think they got the racetrack looking good. They're going to pull the race car engineering pace truck to the infield.
The Michael Phelps of Illinois will be joining us tomorrow night, right?
That's right. The Michael Phelps Norris, that's his name now. James, it's time.
Let's do it.
Bring us to the green flag, buddy.
All right, new Turnac Solutions start zone. The Farmer City 74 at the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, the #1 National Touring Series at Dirt Late Model Racing. We are underway in Farmer City.
Well, Brian Shirley's initial start not great as he falls back a little bit. Brandon Shepard jumps to the lead. Thornton pounces on second. Shirley battles back to the outside. Coming around, working lap #1. One on the board. Who's your leader? It's Brandon Shepard. Shirley second. Thornton in third. Davenport rides in fourth. Shannon Babb fifth.
Yeah, Brandon Shepard needs a good run. The tough luck last night in Lincoln, Illinois, but back points racing tonight with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. There you see Ricky Thornton Jr. leading the points. Davenport is third. Moran is second heading into tonight. Alberson right there in that fourth spot as you see Shannon Babb to the top on the outside of Bobby Pierce down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Pierce started in 7th. He takes 5th. He looks to the inside of Davenport. He slides up in front of Davenport. Davenport turns back down the hill. At the line, though, Bobby Pierce up to 4th. We'll keep an eye on the 32 car out front. It's the 1, the 3, the 20 RT, and now Davenport takes 4th back away from Pierce. Pierce rides in 5th. Side by side for 6th, Tyler Erb and Shannon Babb, top of your screen. Early in this one, 74 laps the distance, 4 down, 70 to go, and I think you're going to see them work the low side of this racetrack, especially in 1 and 2. Throw that crumb across there. 3 and 4, they're going to always love that berm. But I think as the racetrack starts to clean up later in the race, it's going to widen out really nicely.
And right now they're on the same straightaway, the tail end of the field now, exiting turn 4. Shepard will be exiting turn 3 here shortly. There you see the battle back here. Urban 6th, Babb 7th, Moran 8th, Bronson 9th. Cody Overton runs 10th. Shepard has led from the drop of the green here so far with 6 laps in the books.
Working lap 7 off into 3 and 4. Now your leaders on the same straightaway as the back of the pack. And if we stay clean and green, lap traffic's going to be reality here in the next few laps. That time at the line, the lead for Brandon Shepard, 9/10 of a second. Shirley shaved a little bit off of it. It's about another 5/10 of a second back to Thornton Jr. in third. As right now your leaders are content to ride approaching the back of the pack. Two wide battles back in the pack, but your leaders right now have got strung out around this oval, and Brandon Shepard now just half a straightaway behind lap traffic.
And we started with 26 cars on a quarter mile, right? All 26 still running. As we come off of turn 4, Brandon Shepard, the Valvoline Durham Ford #1. He'll go right through the middle. There you see second place there, Brian Shirley. A chance to get it done here tonight for the 3S, the 1 to the outside. The Illini 100 winner back last month here as he comes off of turn number 4 into 1 already. Tail into the field with Donnie Walden, the first car to go a lap down.
2.5 minutes into this feature. Lap traffic a reality for Brandon Shepard. Donnie Walden down low, up top Shepard. Shepard will peek to the outside. 11 laps complete and Shepard's into lap traffic. Meanwhile, Brian Shirley has shaved another couple of tenths off of Brandon Shepard's lead. Those two breaking away from Ricky Thornton Jr. But in traffic, I think that's going to change in a hurry as Shirley closes in on Shepard through 3 and 4 as we complete lap 12.
Shirley second, Thornton third, Davenport fourth, then it's Pierce, Tyler, Babb, Moran. 9th runs Dotson, or 10th runs Bronson. 10th right now, Mikey Marler in the 157. As you see the battle for lead off of turn 4, Brandon Shepard and Brian Shirley.
And right now, Mike Marler, the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger, up 4 spots, 14th to 10. We'll keep an eye on that throughout this one. A long way to go as your top 2 cars duke it out through lap traffic. Thornton's creeping in on him, but it continues to be Brandon Shepard over Brian Shirley. Brandon Shepard again won the Illini 100 from mid-pack tonight. He started from the Victory Fuel pole. He leads the way. Shirley looking to get his first ever Lucas Oil win. Could it come tonight at Farmer City?
Down the main straightaway as they battle behind as they go down on the outside of the 89 of Mike Spatola. Off at turn number 2. Thornton, there you see him in the screen. So the top 3 all together right there. Shepard, Shirley, and Ricky Thornton Jr. Off at turn 4. Still a long way to go here tonight at Farmer City, Ben.
Yeah, Thornton's been quietly creeping up in there, and he's bringing Davenport to the party, and those two drivers battle for third. Meanwhile, Pierce steps to the top shelf. You see your leaders, Brandon Shepard, continue to work through lap traffic. There's a great battle right there for position number 4. Davenport's got it, and he's got sparks shooting off the back of the 32 car of Pierce. They are both chasing the 20 RT of Ricky Thornton Jr.
And that wall comes up awful quick on him coming off of turn 4 right now. 17 in the books. It's Shepard, Shirley, Thornton, Davenport, Pierce. Here are the top 5 down the main straightaway. It's still Brandon Shepard. He's led from the start, out at 2, down the back straightaway behind the 18D of Dalton Wilson. You don't see Dalton Wilson get a lap down early. He got behind the 8 ball tonight, and when you do that, puts you in a hole. You had to get a provisional tonight as Shepard goes around him into turn 1, Ben.
That's right. Dalton Wilson rides back in 24th. The first car down a lap, and now the lap cars continue to battle. In fact, 3 wide briefly in front of your leader, left side of your screen on the Flow Racing broadcast. The battle for the lead with Brandon Shepard leading the way. On the right side of your screen, it is the battle for position number 3. Ricky Thornton Jr.'s got it. Jonathan Davenport's right there with him. Meanwhile, Bobby Pierce and Tyler Erb closing in to join that battle. Good battles all around this racetrack, and we got 2 distinct grooves.
Right here down the main straightaway, Davenport alongside Pierce. Bobby still has the spot. Davenport will get back around him. Great race there between Thornton, Davenport, and Bobby Pierce as Shepard still leads Shirley off of turn 4.
Thornton entered the night as the Midwest Sheet Metal point leader. Meanwhile, flat right rear tire, and Spencer Hughes is off the front straightaway, and he will draw the first Coleman Farms Racing caution of this feature. Unofficially 22 laps in the books, 52 to go here tonight at Farmer City Raceway.
Got him all across there. It's the leader plus 3 in the Lucas Oil Series. Spencer Hughes in that JCM Motorsports car. He was running back in 24th here. Brings out the first Coleman Farms caution as he will head to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit.
Yeah, and Hughes entered the night 12th in the series point standings. He's going to head to the attention of the crew, as we will have an instant replay to see Spencer Hughes, that right rear tire, see if he had any contact or the tire just had other issues with it. As, man, and right in front of your leader, Brandon Shepard, off of turn number 4. And Hughes seems like he knew he had an issue. He got out of the way, DJ.
Yeah, and it's no wonder that he knew he had an issue, guys. He's absolutely disintegrated the right rear tire on that Colton Miller JCM Motorsports number 19M. As the crew goes to work, they're going to get a new right rear shoe on that race car. And guys, surprisingly, he is the only driver down here in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit right now, as they're going to try to get that Rocket XR1 back out on the racetrack. And I believe James and Ben, if they get him back out on the racetrack, we will have all 26 starters still on the speedway 23 laps into this race.
That's right. And I tell you, you're down in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. We had a hot Hoosier tire, a piece of it on the front straightaway.
Dale Robinson had to put he's running the souvenir trailer and he's taking tires off the track.
I mean,
that was a hot one.
He does it all, and I'm glad he put those glasses on, those gloves on, because that was going to customize his fingerprints otherwise. Well, James, right now, 22 down, 52 to go. It's Brandon Shepard over Brian Shirley. Back in thirds, Ricky Thornton Jr., Jonathan Davenport, Bobby Pierce round out your top 5. Then Tyler Erb, Shannon Babb, Devin Moran, Kyle Bronson, and Mike Marlar round out your top 10. And as we look at positions gained, Dennis Erb Jr., 16th to 11th, up 5 spots right now as the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger.
So Shirley's got, of course, they got the scoreboard back there, right, in turn 3.
Yes,
so Shirley knows that Thornton is third. So what are you going to pick? You going to pick the bottom or the top? I don't know. Here, they've run all over it. So.
Man, I feel like he's going to take the bottom, because the bottom's been so good getting into 1 and 2. And now Mike Spatola's down in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, your current point leader here at Farmer City Raceway, getting that number 89 checked out.
Yeah, the 157 there, the Infinity by Wells. Yes, Dustin.
I'm just giving you an observation from the tower down here in the infield, because I done made my way back up. So I can tell you both the left side tires are up. Looks like both right side tires are up on the 89 as well. Crew checking everything over. And the 3-time Fairbury Speedway track champ out of Manhattan, Illinois, going to rejoin this field at the tail.
You know how many times I saw Larry Limbach announcing from there, right? Man,
how many? Tell me.
A bunch, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
DJ's only going halfway up the tower. I feel like he's cheating us.
He's still not as tall as Bronson, even up there.
That's right. Well, Brian Shirley, James, elected for the bottom on the restarts. That puts Ricky Thornton Jr. to his outside. We'll see if the 20 RT can get some momentum going. But I tell you what, 1 and 2, historically at Farmer City, the bottom is really good in 1 and 2, the top in 3 and 4. Either way, we come back to the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone, and it's up to Brandon Shepard back on the loud pedal. We're back underway, working lap 23 here tonight.
Pierce restarted on the top. Here comes Babb through the middle. Pierce now right, looking through the middle, goes back to the top. Shirley still second, Thornton on the outside. Brandon Shepard still leads, and here comes Davenport on the bottom. Holy cow, what a restart.
Yeah, they're marching around through turns 3 and 4. Yeah, 1 and 2, man. They just love the bottom here. Babb said, you know what, I'm going to try to make the top work. Oh, you guys get on the binders down there. We'll keep an eye on Shannon Babb. Meanwhile, Pearson inside of Thornton Jr. Is Pierce going to throw it in there? He leaves Thornton a groove out there. Good hard racing for position number 3. Good clean racing. As out front, Brandon Shepard setting sail, and maybe Shepard would like to see a caution about every 20 laps to keep clean track in front of him. Man, he really had a great restart, James.
Right now, we still have, everybody's running, right? They're all 26 starters are still out there. There you see Tyler. Right now, he's in 6th. Shannon Babb 7th. Moran 8th. Bronson 9th. Marlar 10th. Shepard has led every lap so far here tonight. And we got a car slowing in turn number 2, and it's Carson Ferguson, Ben.
Yeah, Ferguson's got a flat right rear tire. We're going to get that lap, and then we will draw the Coleman Farms caution for the 2nd time tonight. And DJ, it's going to be something to watch is these right rear tires. We've seen 2 drivers now have issues with those, and that was car number 93 of Carson Ferguson. He's going to head to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. The attention of his crew.
Yeah, I'll give you guys more of an update here in a second. Begin to reiterate what happened with the 19M of Spencer Hughes, who's making his way back to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit right now. That right rear was just exploded on the 19M. I don't know that I would say exploded on the 93 as Scott Fegter and the crew going to work on that Donald and Gina Bradshaw number 93 here, but definitely flat, guys. I tell you what, check back down here in a second. I'll give you a better report on the right rear.
Yeah, Carson Ferguson left a, be careful. Yeah, not as bad.
Hughes may have more issues than, look at the right side of that car.
Well, he had
there.
Some of the bracing hanging down as well.
Yeah.
You got to wonder if that's an issue. So you got a few different crews helping down there.
Guys, not an exploded right rear on the 93 of Carson Ferguson, just flat. As a matter of fact, crews right now taking a look at it with a flashlight. Looks like they've, well, they're still trying to find exactly where the hole is in the 93. And meanwhile, they're going to work on the right front of Spencer Hughes, number 93. They're trying to get actually the door and the front fender both pulled out. So I don't know if Spencer Hughes had some other damage on that race car or what. The right rear quarter panel had a ton of damage on it from where that right rear Hoosier went down a little bit earlier, but they're actually pulling apart the door, and they're going to work underneath the right rear of the race car now. So a lot of right side work being done to the 19M of Spencer Hughes.
He came flying off the track, didn't Hughes, when he had the flat tire, right? He came bouncing off the track there, so.
It was right in front of your
on the
leader,
front
too,
stretch,
Brandon
yeah,
Shepard.
so-
Shepard last night leading had bad luck. Someone
Yeah.
got a tire down in a heat race. And you got to be thinking, man, not again. We're doubling them up, and no big surprise, Brian Shirley wants the inside. Ricky Thornton Jr. to the outside for the Delaware double file restart. 26 laps complete here tonight of his 74-lapper. The Blaker Concrete Farmer City 74, 25,000 on the line for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and they enter the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone. Shepard on the gas. We're back underway as they rocket off into turns 1 and 2.
Shepard has led all 26 laps so far tonight. That last restart was wild as they go down the back straightaway. Shirley advantage over Thorne. Here comes Pierce bouncing out of 2. Thorne to the outside. Shirley cuts him off. Here comes Pierce. Here comes Turbo on the bottom. Off at turn 4. Shepard still showing the way.
Yeah. Ricky Thornton Jr. had inched ahead for second, but Shirley got a really good run down the back straightaway. He takes it back away from him, and another Coleman Farms Racing caution as debris down at the top of turn number 4. And now
Bet it's
like
off the 19M. What do you think?
It might be off that, or Garrett Alberson had a suspicious piece hanging off the bottom of his race car for that last restart. Let's see if it's on the right side when Alberson comes by, but it very well can be off the 19M. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the piece that was hanging off Alberson's car, no longer hanging off Alberson's
Okay,
car.
well, you
So that may have, I can't swear to it.
Can't swear to it.
Can't swear to it, but that's
Use it down in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit.
All right, there was a little blue on the bottom, but that's
Yeah,
a
Hughes
Garrett
has no
Alberson.
blue. I'm colorblind, and I can still tell that's not blue on the 19 M car. down there in the pits right now. We did get a lap in, right?
Yeah, we got 1 lap in.
47 to go. It's Brandon Shepard, Brian Shirley, Ricky Thornton Jr., Bobby Pierce, Jonathan Davenport, Tyler Erb, Bab, Moran, Bronson, Marlar. Is Dennis Erb Jr. still the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger?
Well, let's go. Let's see what
We've only
survey
run
says.
1 lap since.
Well,
Who knows? He might have gained him.
Let's check things out in the My Race Pass app. Well, he's actually got company. Ryan Unziker has now gained 5 spots, as has Daniel Hilsebeck. We have a 3-way tie
There you go.
for the Jeff Hoker Trucking Charger. DJ?
Hey guys, real quick, one thing to keep your eyes on too as you talk about turns 1 and 2, and especially these Delaware double file restarts, and even the first few laps after that, those cars, everyone trying to dive down to the bottom, man, it can really get bottled up down there. It's not out of the ordinary to see someone on the high side, either on the restart or the first couple laps after, trying to run the middle or high side in 1 and 2. They're actually able to gain 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 spots because, again, everyone just gets so tight and bunched up on the inside down in 1 and 2.
Spatola out of the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit on the back. So right now, I still show all.
So
Is Fager still out there? I don't.
We
was
show
the last car.
Jason Fager 22nd, but he may have pulled off during that Coleman Farms caution.
He's out there,
Oh, he's
guys.
out
He's
there.
alongside
Yeah,
the
Okay.
Jarrett Rifle 74X of Ethan Dodson.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your sponsorship there, Dustin. All right, we're going to turn the lights off again. Sometimes cautions breed cautions, and if you're Coltman Farms, you're just getting some publicity for those. But we're ready for a long green flag run. And you got to think, too, these drivers, too, hard to build consistency. And Brian Shirley's got to think, how many times do I have to outduel Ricky Thornton Jr. for second on a restart? Lights are down, James. We enter the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone, and Brandon Shepard back in the gas again. We're back underway, and Thornton's going to try to carry some momentum off into 1 and 2. Can he find anything in the middle of the racetrack?
Yeah.
I think it's still a little too dirty out there, but man, he's digging hard.
Yeah, he'll dig hard right now as they go into 3. They go side by side for second place, trying to go 3 wide. Pierce trying to stick his nose in there. Thornton goes to second, Shirley back to third. Here comes Davenport through the middle, Ben.
Thornton got just a good enough run through 1 and 2 to carry it in 3 and 4. Took the top. He went to second. Shirley back to third. Pearson fourth. Meanwhile, Tyler Erb to the inside of Jonathan Davenport. That's the battle for fifth. Score it now to Tyler Erb. Oh, a little bit of a love tap from Jonathan Davenport. Watusi style off into turns 1 and 2.
On the bottom, here comes Moran, Bab, Marlar, Dennis Erb Jr. up to 10th.
Oh, big slide for
Oh,
second.
man, look out. Pierce and Shirley going at it. Business picking up here. We still have 44 to go. Good battle there. Brian Shirley, here comes Turbo. Oh, this will get interesting. Turbo's going to throw it in there. He'll drift up the track. He'll leave Pierce room off at turn 4. Shepard still showing the way in car number 1.
Good battle for third, fourth, and fifth right now. Shirley's got it. Pierce is right there. Pierce bobbles just a little bit off the corner. Car bottomed out off of the hub. That allows Turbo to slide up in front of him. Pierce turns back down the hill. Who's going to have fourth this time at the line? It's Tyler Erb. Pierce back to fifth. Third is Shirley. Sixth is Thornton. Brandon Shepard has led the first soon-to-be 33 laps of his 74-lap affair.
Got to think that U-tire down in turn number 1, Ben. I think they're trying to move it in as quickly as they can. Saw that the other night at LaSalle, right? It got moved back out under caution, right?
Sometimes those tires move you, too, so you got to be
do.
careful with those.
They do.
Now Brandon Shepard is caught at the back of the pack. 34 down, 40 to go in the Blaker Concrete Farmer City 74, and about 10 car lengths between Shepard and Mike Spatola as they work down the back straightaway. Shepard has opened up a sizable lead on Ricky Thornton Jr. Is RTJ biding his time during the first half of this race?
Yeah, the Valvoline Swaybert Calf Ranch is number 1. Rocket Durham, and we got a car slowing, and it's Spencer Hughes in turn number 2. Off the pace, and the Coltman Farms Racing caution out for the Mississippi driver.
Yeah, and they're pulling tires down there in the infield. He's going to pull back in. It's been an eventful feature so far for Spencer Hughes and the crew on that JCM Motorsports 19M as he limps down to the infield. They led to the attention of Dustin Jarrett and the crew. We've got 35 laps complete, and it's still Brandon Shepard, your leader, but Ricky Thornton Jr. up to second after that last restart.
Garrett Alberson up 8 here in the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger, 23rd to 15th. Still 39 to go. Hughes back down in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce, Dustin.
It's another flat right rear for Spencer Hughes in the 19M, guys, and you got to wonder maybe if it's just from sheet metal damage, right, where he exploded that right rear about 20 laps ago or so. You just wonder. Remember, he's come in a couple times to try to get that right rear quarter panel and part of the right side door as well pulled away from the tire. So you certainly don't want to speculate, but you wonder maybe if that's what it is. The crew is down here looking at the tire right now. I don't know if they have found a puncture hole in it or not, but I don't see a slice in it like you would see. And meanwhile, Kyle Bronson coming in hot, guys, as the 40B is going to go to the attention of his crew as well. They're going to jack up the rear end of that race car. You heard us talk to Kyle Bronson there during the track prep break as well as KB40.
He was running an 11th, Dustin.
Yeah, they're jacking the race car up. I got to tell you guys, it looks like all 4 tires are up. As again, I'm trying to be cautious down here because guys really come into this thing hot, and it is the right rear and Kyle Bronson's car as well. Again, not exploded, not a giant slice or cut in it, but certainly short on air is the right rear tire of Kyle Bronson.
So now you get to this point, you start to wonder, is there something we can't see out there? Is there something these guys are catching? Is it just the nature of the racetrack, the way that these cars are set up? So many different questions, DJ.
No, absolutely. And again, the last few tires that have come off, that 19M of Hughes and the 40B of Bronson, no giant slices in it, no explosions or anything like that. So you just wonder if it's just some sort of puncture wound, so to speak, on the right rear of these race cars. And again, let's not forget the other thing, too. These guys really toy around with the air pressure, right? You get a racetrack that maybe is a little harder in places than what you expected. It doesn't take much to cut one down.
Yeah, we're 2 laps shy of the Hellraiser Jack's halfway mark. Again, Bronson was running 11. They'll have to go to the tail end of the field. So it'll be still Shepard still showing the way. Thornton is now second, so he picked the outside already on Shirley, didn't he?
That's
on
right.
The shoes.
He said, hey man, it worked on the last restart, so I'm going to go to the outside. We'll see if Shirley can capitalize on the inside, James.
Tell you, Pierce and Herb have had a good battle back there. 32 in the 1. There's Moran. There is Davenport. Moran trying to get every point he can. Again, Thornton comes into this race with 6 wins. Moran has 5, and that's important here for the year end when we battle out of Eldora for the Dirt Track World Championship. Brandon Shepard looking for his first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win of 2025 in his return to the series full-time with the Nutrient Ag Solutions Restart Zone. 39 to go at Farmer City. Thornton gets a great restart, Ben.
Thornton on full send into 1 and 2. Can he get enough traction there to have a chance down in 3 and 4? It worked on Shirley. Not going to work on Shep on this restart. As Brandon Shepard got a good restart, he goes to the top, down in 3 and 4. We complete lap 36, down this time by, and is Thornton over Shirley, Turbo in 4th, Pierce in 5th. Oh my goodness, Pierce caught that tire, shoots him up the racetrack, and Pierce may have bigger trouble than that, as the Coleman Farms caution is going to fly for Bobby Pierce. And I'm not sure if a tire went down or if he caught that infield tire. We'll have to check it on the replay, but Bobby Pierce shot straight up the racetrack over in turns 1 and 2, and he is heading toward Dustin Jarrett and the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. My goodness, how did everybody avoid him as something happened to that 32 and he went straight up the racetrack? And a flat right rear on the 32 car, and now if you're the other competitors, you're really starting to get concerned of.
Yeah, well, to that point, so Mark Richards standing up here on the perch with me as well, and he just asked the same thing. He said, what is it? And I said, again, other than that one, it's nothing exploding or anything like that. It just looks like small puncture wounds. But to your point, Ben, you do start to wonder then if there is something in the racetrack small that you can't see.
Man, I tell you what, Pierce's car, you can tell when that tire let go, it shot straight up the racetrack. And we're going to get an instant replay of what went awry for the 32 car. I thought for a second he might have caught the infield tire, the way the car shot up the track. Let's see, you see Pierce, he's going to enter the corner, and he's down there on the bottom. And now he doesn't get near that tire, the infield tire, and
it was
boom,
over, yeah.
You see that tire lose air pressure, and he shot up the racetrack, DJ.
Guys, they got a slice about 2 inches long, and I'm not sure if it's on Adam Martz's camera there or not, but they got a slice, in that right rear of the 32. Again, I have not seen a slice like that in any of the other right rears that have come off race cars other than that very first caution flag for Spencer Hughes early on.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you want to send out a search party, and that's kind of what we're seeing. We see some of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series officials checking things out, making sure there is nothing out there. And that's the challenge, guys. These cars, these tires, everything about it, they're all sensitive, and there could be something just minuscule out there wreaking havoc that the naked eye may not see.
Pierce was running in 5th, Ben, so he'll have to go to the back. So Ricky Thorne Jr. got a great restart, but Shepherd maintains the lead. We got a lap in, 38 to go. Still, oh yeah, we're still one shy of the halfway mark, the Hellraiser Jacks halfway mark. So that'll move Moran to 5th, Davenport to 6th. Dennis Erb Jr. up another spot, Ben, to 7th. Bab 8th, Dotson 9th, and 10th will now be Marlar. So I believe Poker Trucking Hard Charger.
Well, Alberson right now with 23rd up to about 14th right now. So
there you go.
We'll keep an eye on Alberson for provisional land to Hard Charger Glory. Well, went out, did a little bit of a surge party, and the posse didn't find anything out there. So hopefully, whatever it is, just a coincidence. We're going to find out pretty soon, though, as we've got 36 down. And 38 laps remaining here tonight. 1 lap away from halfway in the Blaker Concrete Farmer City 74 with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Tomorrow, we head up the road. Fairbury Speedway, 30,000 to win. The Fall Spring Shootout presented by Titan Industries. Tonight, though, somebody's going to win 25,000, James. They got to manage the competition, their tires, and a tricky Farmer City Raceway with Brandon Shepherd entering the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone. Back underway, 36 in the books.
Looking for back-to-back big wins here at Farmer City, the Illini 100 last month. In first Lucas Oil win of the year is that tire right down there. As you see it coming out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Shirley will battle Thornton for second. He'll follow in behind him. Here comes Moran on the bottom. Moran down the main straightaway. On the outside, Turbo almost got it. Got into Moran. And Brandon Shepherd still showing the way, about 3 car lengths into turn 3, the advantage.
How about Devin Moran marching forward? Started back at 9th. He's up to 4th. He sets his sights on 3rd, running Brian Shirley as Tyler Erb holds on to 4th. Back in 5th, the 28 of Dennis Erb Jr. As we're past the halfway mark, James. Working lap 39 off turn 4. It's been all Brandon Shepherd all the time so far. 2
laps past the halfway mark, so $100 goes to Brandon Shepherd, Hellraiser Jacks. Right now the advantage about 5-6 car lengths down the back straightaway. Erb looking to the bottom of Moran. He'll pull even into turn 3. Erb is going to throw it in. He'll go to the top. Moran with the crossover down the main straightaway. Tyler Erb takes the spot. He is now 4th in the best performance, number 1.
Yeah, they are flirting with that infield tire down in 1 and 2. Staying clean and green so far from that perspective. Meanwhile, Thornton closing in on Brandon Shepherd. Last time by the lead was 9/10 of a second. This time at the line, 7/10 of a second. As Thornton starting to turn up the wick right now on Brandon Shepherd as we work the second half of this event.
Moving the traffic here coming up. It'll be a while. Old Shepherd got a little sideways coming off of 4. You figure those two there. Shepherd by far has more laps here at Farmer City than Thornton does. But right now, Ricky Thorne Jr. trying to cut the lead down. Last time around 7/10 of a second. Still off of turn 4. Still a long way to go. 31 to go here tonight in the Farmer City 74.
Brandon Shepherd won the Illini 100 this year. Ricky Thornton Jr. won this event a year ago. That lap by, it was Shepherd putting another 10th on Thornton as they catch the back of the pack. Lap traffic on the same straightaway. Meanwhile, they work off into turns 1 and 2. Everybody loving the bottom of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. Perhaps if somebody can step out later. Not sure right now if that top's going to clean up, though. They have thrown a lot of, it's really dirty, through a lot of dust and a lot of crumb. Either way,
still good racing back here, though, right?
It is back
inside
in the
the
pack.
top 10. It's all Shepherd out in front. He's led every lap here tonight. 29 to go. Thornton, Shirley, Tyler, Moran. Then it's Dennis Erb Jr., Davenport, Dotson, O'Neill, Babb. Ryan Unzicker, a good run in 24 down the back straightaway. There's Alberson in 58. Cody Overton in 2. Still pretty racy, it seems like, but the top 2 is we have a Coleman Farms Racing caution out again.
Yeah, as you were watching the battle for 11th on back, the Coleman Farms caution waves with 46 laps in the books, 28 laps to go. Yeah, perhaps debris on the racetrack.
Yeah, guys, a piece of debris coming off turn number 2 over here. Just right now, Brandon Shepherd's going by it. And it might be, I see a few guys running over, it might just be a piece of plastic as well. We've heard that before.
Well, Bronson actually slowed right on the, he went out of the race.
He did. He went out of the race, guys, and I don't know if you caught it as well, but about 6 or 7 laps prior, Bobby Pierce also called it a night in the 32.
I missed that. Thank you for that, DJ. As Pierce out of this one.
right there.
Yeah, guys, you see Lucas Oil late model dirt series officials going up and grabbing whatever it is on the racetrack over there in turn number 2. And I can't tell from here, just to be quite candid, but you know what? Better to be safe than sorry, especially when you've already had a half dozen cautions for flat tires.
Yeah, you don't want to risk it. And now Mike Marlar is going to stop an impromptu body shop in turn 2, get his race car checked out. Well, Brandon Sheppard leads the way. He won this race back in 2023. Thornton won it last year. So your past 2 winners represented in your top 2. Shirley sits in 3rd, and Turbo's made a few rallies there, James, but it seems like 4th is about as high as he's been able to get so far. And it looked like on that last restart, Devin was going to have something for him, but right now he sits back in position 5.
We can't get any momentum build up here on this last half of this race. 46 in the books, 28 to go. As we'll single file them out, then get them in Delaware double file water test.
Hey guys, one other thing to keep your eyes on as well. I don't know if you can see where the Lucas Oil official is in turn 2. He's just now pulling away the last Uke tire on the inside of the racetrack over in turn number 2. There's a little hole developing there, and I've been keeping my eyes on the lead 4 or 5 cars, and you know, it's nothing big right now, at least from what I can tell, but a couple times I saw Brian Shirley hit it. I saw maybe Jonathan Davenport grab it as well. If you hit that thing just right, it can really upset the race car. I don't know if it's tearing up, if it's becoming a bigger hole or not, but that may be something to keep our eyes on here over the course of the last 28 laps.
Well, and we've seen at Farmer City Raceway, sometimes you see that hole developing too. We've also seen it impact the outcome of these events, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on. Great observation down there, DJ. James, lights are out. 28 laps to go with Sheppard at the point.
Well, Urban Moran side by side, Shirley and Thornton, Davenport and Dennis Erb Jr., O'Neill and Dotson. Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone, 28 to go. Sheppard has led so far every lap. Thornton again gets a good restart into 1 and 2, but can he make it stick, Ben?
Man, it's just tough through the middle right now as Shirley looks to the inside of Ricky Thornton Jr., 3 and 4. Man, Thornton would love it if he could get some of that 3 and 4 topside action down in 1 and 2, but no luck so far right now with Sheppard leading the way. And Devin Moran comes after Tyler Erb for the 4th spot again. And Turbo pushed a little bit to open the door. Devin goes by down the back straightaway for position 4.
Yeah, every spot important in this chase to the championship. The Big Brazil Chase for the championship presented by ARP. Top 3 in the points.
How about Hudson right now, James? Look at him step to the outside down in 1 and 2. He has come from 17th. Wow.
On the outside of Davenport, that is the battle right there for 6th and 7th. Erb in front of him, Dennis Erb Jr. then on the bottom. They continue to spark that wall off of 4. Well, O'Neill's trying to prove us all wrong, right? The 1 and 2 won't work as he goes down the back straightaway. He'll pull even with Davenport, but Brandon Sheppard still out in front, and he stretched it out over 1 second, the advantage over Thornton, Ben.
Yeah, and Hud's moved up 11 spots, and just like that, he's going to go to the bottom down in 1 and 2. Man, he was making hay, it seemed like, on the top in 3 and 4. The hard charger, and Ryan Unziker slow, and no big surprise, flat right rear tire on the El Paso, Illinois driver as the plight of the right rears continue here tonight. And Shannon Babb out of the party as well, wrinkled left driver's door, DJ.
Yeah, you nailed it, man. That's what I was going to say. A lot of damage on the left side of Shannon Babb's number 18. He takes it straight back to the pit area. Ryan Unziker going to follow suit as well. Both of those drivers out of the party with 24 to go.
Well, Sheppard had stretched it out 1.2, Ben, that last time around. Shirley is 3rd, Moran 4th, Tyler 5th, Hudson O'Neill 6th, Davenport 7th, Dennis Erb Jr. 8th, 9th, Marlar 10th, Donald McIntosh in his first trip to Farmer City.
James, how about this right now in the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger Award? 3 drivers have moved up 11 spots, including Hudson, Garrett Alberson, and Dalton Wilson.
A lot of drivers in contention for that new sponsor we've got, right, for the Hard Luck Award for First Roof.
All right, we're going to go to an instant replay. I think we got it off the drone. It's going to be in the top corner, and we'll see what we got here as... Oh, yeah, top right-hand corner. Oh, yeah, a little bit of wow. As Jerry Van Sickle would say, some right-side romance, left side love it happening right there. There's a couple of cars getting together, and Unziker slows.
Was that Babb and Unziker? I'm not sure.
It may have been.
Both are out of the race, right? All right, so Brandon Sheppard. You wonder on the restarts, see what can happen. Thornton gets a great run, but 1 and 2 cannot make it stick.
Right now, Brandon Shepard's got to wonder if this is an 800-lap feature. He's like, man, just throw the checkered flag already.
We have to have a fuel stop that reminds you of Knoxville, right? So
it's an open red.
Open red.
Well, Brandon Shepard leads the way, trying to get his 33rd career win with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, his first of the year. He'd be the 6th different driver to pick up a V1 feature win, but still 24 laps remaining. And you got to wonder, James and DJ, these guys, what's going through their head watching all these flat tires? How concerned are you right now if you're any of these competitors?
I believe Shepard, he did not win he won the World of Outlaw title last year, but his last Lucas win was at Eldora, right? The Dirt Track World Championship 2 years ago.
Guys, I can tell you from down here in the few interactions I have had with crews, level of concern on a scale of 1 to 10 is about a 12. It's pretty high.
Now, understandably, also, where the tires have got knocked in down in 1 and 2, they're being pushed back out right now. So that's going to be something else to keep an eye on. They have nudged these tires in, and DJ, to your point, that low line might become more of a factor with that hole developing in 2. And you can see it just to the right of the push truck on the broadcast. It's a double whoop-de-doo down there, James, and if you hit that just wrong, it's going to be a problem, DJ.
That was user error on the mic. I really didn't have anything to say, but I totally agree with you 100%.
The infield tractor tire getting more airtime than we are, right?
That's right. I thought you were going to go prolific. Wayne Castleberry sell a sponsorship for the turn 1 and 2 tractor tires at Farmer City.
Well, 24 to go. 50 in the books. Brandon Shepard out in front every lap here tonight, but he's not really been challenged. Hasn't got into traffic here too much over the last several laps with all the cautions. So we go Nutrien Solutions restart zone. See if we go clean and green the rest of the way, but I'm not sure about that. Right? Here we go, back underway.
I think I would bet the over on that one. Is Thornton's going to look to the outside of Brandon Shepard. Shepard gets going to run off 2 down the back straightaway. Huddy back in the pack around 7th, goes to work on the top side of the racetrack in 1 and 2. And they've already nudged the tires in a little bit in 1 and 2 as Brandon Shepard completes lap 51. And you got to believe as Hudson goes to the top in 1 and 2, James, if you can make the top work in 1 and 2, that could be the difference in winning this race and not. And Hudson, the little crossover on the 1 of Tyler Erb, slides up from him down in 3 and 4.
He's up to 4th. Where did he start at?
17th. He won one of our
17th to 4th right now. He's making 1 and 2 work. Up top, down the back straightaway. Shepard still showing the way. 21 to go. This time around, Thornton, Shirley, O'Neill. There's the battle there. Down the main straightaway.
And now Thornton's going to step to the outside down in 1 and 2. Racetrack starting to widen out. And I tell you what, Thornton got a good run off of 2 that time. Coming back to get 20 to go, and Thornton closes in on Shepard. The lead last time by was a tick under 0.4 of a second. This time, it's still the same. It's right there at it, but Thornton has found momentum. Shepard's hitting his marks too well, James. It is cat and mouse at the front of the pack here tonight at Farmer City.
They're about a half a track behind the tail end of the field. Thornton is there down the main straightaway. They spark that wall up at 4. Thornton will go to the top. Shepard down low, hugging the tires out at 2. Still has the lead. 19 to go. Here comes Thornton. He'll charge back as Shepard will go to the outside. Shirley is still 3rd, O'Neill 4th. Down the main straightaway. 18 laps remaining here at Farmer City, and they will pick up the tail end of the field if it stays green.
It does, and it feels like Thornton maybe set him up for a slider of his time off into 3 and 4. Looks to the inside, can't quite get there this time. I think that could be something that's a key to Thornton trying to get to the lead as they both head to the bottom in 1 and 2. And I'm telling you, I think that top is there in 3 and 4 to make it work. You got to stick with it. But Thornton goes to the bottom that time in 1 and 2. They'll both head to the top in 3 and 4. James, things are getting good at the front of the pack here tonight at Farmer City Raceway.
Shepard got in that hole in turn number 1 down there. Number 2, rather. Watch this again right here. And he got through better that time down the back straightaway. 2 car lengths the advantage. Thornton will try to cut it to 1. They'll left 15 to go. Thornton sizing him up. Down the main straightaway, the tail end of the field, enters turn 1. There's the battle for the lead. Thornton on the outside. Is Thornton's best bet to get to him before they get to traffic bin? We'll find out here soon.
Well, he's going to have both options play into his hand, whichever one he wants to try. That time Thornton did not get as good a run off the top of 2, and he still closes in on Shepard off into 3 and 4. And now Shepard's got to make some decisions because he's got lap traffic in front of him. Hilsebeck is first, and that time by Shepard got off to a little bit better than Thornton. Thornton closes back in on him. James, we come around to 13 to go. Lucky 13 at Farmer City Raceway. It's a 2-car dogfight through lap traffic for $25,000.
Always the guy running second seems to have the advantage around the 22. Daniel Hilsebeck, the last car on the lead lap, the current O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year points leader. Shepard just trying to maintain that line. Ricky Thornton Jr. down the main straightaway. They continue to spark that wall, 13 to go. Notice how Shepard comes off before. He goes right down low immediately. Thornton will try the outside. Shepard will be right there. Brian Shirley still third. O'Neal fourth, third, fifth, but all eyes up front. There's the battle behind them. Good race right there. Thornton still all over him. Make it 11 to go here tonight.
Heavy lap traffic. Meanwhile, battle on the right side of your screen heats up for third. Shirley's got it. Huddy's right there with him. Turbo back in fifth. Moran in sixth. Off at turn number 4. 10 laps to go. A year ago, Ricky Thornton Jr. spoiled it for the Land of Lincoln by passing Shannon Babb late in the race. Tonight, he's trying to take it away from the Land of Lincoln again as Brandon Shepard, the new Berlin driver, leads the way. This is fun, James.
No doubt about it, looking for his 7th series win of the year. Down the main straightaway. Thornton again goes back to that top. Down the back straightaway. He's hoping Shepard gets boxed in behind Spatola. That might be an opportunity right here. Thornton will shoot to the bottom into turn number 3, Ben.
Slider for the lead. Sheppy turns back down the hill. Who's going to lead lap number 66? You got a new leader, Ricky Thornton Jr. But now Thornton's got to deal with Spatola right in front of him. Lap traffic wreaking havoc right now for your leaders.
And here comes 3S. Brian Shirley's in it. Here comes O'Neal. Thornton has got to get around Spatola. He slides up the track. Out at turn 4. Here comes Shepard. Here comes Shirley. Here comes O'Neal. A 4-car battle into turn 1. 7 to go, Ben. Man, this is going to be a great finish here at Farmers City. Look at this battle. And here comes Turbo. He's 5th.
Yeah, here comes all of them. Devin Moran joins it as well. They come back to 7 laps to go, make it 6 to go. And Thornton now can breathe a little bit, although those holes at the bottom 1 and 2 are wreaking some havoc. Thornton shoves up the racetrack just a little bit, but now Shepard falls back into the clutches of Hudson O'Neal. Hudson started all the way back in 17th, James. He's trying to get second away from Shepard now with just 5 laps to go.
Looking for back-to-back podiums. Here comes O'Neal to the top. Shirley and O'Neal down the back straightaway. Moran, Tyler Erb. Thornton pulling away. 4 to go coming up. 5 cars into turn 1. Thornton still has the advantage, still behind the 89 of Spatola. O'Neal is going back to the top. Can he make it work? But he's running out of time.
He's turning up the wick. He looks to the inside of Shepard. Can't quite get there. 3 to go this time at the line. Ricky Thornton Jr. stretching that lead out. It is now 9/10 of a second. Thornton cannot get around Spatola, though, and does that leave any chance for Shepard or Hudson O'Neal to get there? They got to go if they're going to do it.
Shepard O'Neal battling it out. That's for second. Again, Shirley 4th, Moran 5th. 2 to go. Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go next time around. They got to hope for a mistake from Thornton, and that rarely ever happens. It's about 5-6 car lengths. Thornton still behind Spatola. Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go, Ben, here at Farmers City.
1 lap in there, the Barron's Performance, 1 to go, and Thornton stretches his lead to 1 second. Out of 2, down the back straightaway. They will head into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. The winner of the Blaker Concrete Farmer City 74 for the 2nd straight year, it's Ricky Thornton Jr. Brandon Shepard comes home in 2nd. Hudson O'Neal from 17th to 3rd. Shirley in 4th. Devin Moran 5th. Tyler Erb 6th. Then it's Davenport, Dennis Erb, Ethan Dotson, and Garrett Alberson, your top 10. So coming home in 3rd tonight, he started back in 17th. Hudson O'Neal in car 71, the Indiana driver. 2nd goes to Brandon Shepard out of New Berlin, Illinois, of leading until the closing laps. And your winner, as long as he clears the UNOH skills, for the 2nd straight year out of Chandler, Arizona, it's Ricky Thornton Jr. That will be Ricky Thornton Jr. That will be his 10th win of the year overall, his 7th with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and he just keeps piling them up, James.
Number 49, 4th all-time. Hudson O'Neal, the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger, 17th to 3rd, as they're up on the UNO8 scales, and Dustin will talk to the top 3 here in Victory Lane.
I tell you what, traffic came into play, and your leaders, they were able to maintain their tires, and how about Hudson? He unofficially is going to be, and I think by 1 spot, he's going to be the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger. Alberson moved up 13 spots, but Hudson moved up 14. as we wait on Ricky Thornton Jr., and I think he loves some Farmer City Raceways. He goes back to back.
Well, too bad it's not Interstate 64 out here because Shepherd led 64 laps, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's the
It's Interstate 74, and you got to finish it up. But again,
Unreal.
Shepherd leads 64 laps here tonight.
Midwest Sheet Metal point leader Ricky Thornton Jr. adding to his advantage atop the Big River Steel Chase for the Championship presented by ARP. Again, his series best 7th win of the year, and as you said, James, the 49th of his career as he clears the UNOH scales. And I do believe he is making his way to Lucas Oil Victory Lane, a VLAN feature winner once again, or he's going to catch up with Dustin Jarrett with a $25,000 payday. Zach Frill's crew chief leaning in to get a word with him. The Victory Lane banner's making its way over. Well, James, Ricky Thornton Jr., it wasn't as late in the race, but it was pretty dang close this year when he went to the lead and picks up $25,000 for the 2nd straight year in the Blager Concrete Farmer City 74.
Nick Hardy, Skylar Cooper also on the crew with Zach Fields. Ricky says he calls most of the shots, but it takes a village. And they're going to push him down here in front of the fans here at Farmer City Raceway. He'll try to go back-to-back tomorrow night at Fairbury, a former Prairie Dirt Classic winner. In Victory Lane here tonight at Farmer City.
Dustin Jarrett, we're going to head down to you, buddy, in Lucas Oil VLAN Victory Lane.
They are trying to strategically place Victory Lane behind the 20 RT of Ricky Thornton Jr. Kind of a moving target here as he is going to win the Farmer City 74 for the 2nd straight time. It's 11th win on the season overall for the 20 RT. Shay and the kids down here, Lance Speaker, promoter of Farmer City Raceway, going to hand him the hardware. Dale Robinson from Lucas Oil coming down to hand him the giant check. As the defending series champion picks up another win here in 2025. And not quite been, as you mentioned, late race heroics like we saw last year, but that winning pass still came with 9 laps to go.
And a late night snack for the kids too, a little confetti.
A little confetti snack for the kids as well.
It's what's for dinner.
All right, they're getting the confetti gun set up. Series photographer Heath Lawson down here talking to RTJ right now, making sure that it is A-OK for him to get out of that race car. There's again a lot of hardware going to the driver originally from Chandler, Arizona.
The kids ate all the confetti the last month or so. So
they'll be sliding off the filler panel there on the front of the race car and everything else. It's about to climb out of the car, Farmer City. How about it? Your winner for the 2nd year in a row is going to be Ricky Thornton Jr. From Shea, we're doing donuts down here. 2 years in a row you win this race. 2 years in a row the winning pass comes with less than 10 laps to go. Walk me through what it took to get around the Rocket 1.
Honestly, I think them probably moving the tires back out. Once they did, I was kind of mad. Like, man, I feel like it's really going to kill this middle, but it actually lets the track clean up a little bit. And I started working around that top and 1 and 2. And I'm like, man, if I can never get a good run, I'm going to slide him. But, like, I got to him twice, and I'm like, I'm not going to clear him. And then I got a really good run. He was kind of bottled in traffic. I'm like, it's now or never. It's starting to rubber in 3 and 4. So I went for it. Luckily, I cleared him, and he didn't get back by me that next lap.
Did you think you were going to get by him when you did? Because you were working that top down in 1 and 2 and a few other guys behind you as well. Or were you maybe trying to set him up for an outside pass in 1 and 2?
Yeah, I was really hoping like we'd get back to traffic, and my plan was, man, if I can clean up this top and get a good run, stay with him once we get to traffic, I know he's not going to know to go way out. So it worked out. He moved out to the middle, and I was able to go way out and just start really getting a run. I felt like I was struggling a little bit off of 2 compared to him, but then once we got to traffic, it really slowed him down. So I was praying we'd keep going and stay under green. I felt like I was going to knock the whole spoiler and deck out of it a few times down there in 3 and 4. And I'm like, man, just slow yourself back down, keep this thing in one piece. My guys have worked hard enough this week to tear out another deck.
A rash of cautions for flat tires kind of earlier on or towards the middle part of that race. Were you concerned at all? Did you know that's what the cautions were for? And if so, were you concerned at all either about tire wear or a possible puncture in the right rear?
Yeah, I mean, luckily we got a great series here, and they kind of let the drivers know kind of what's happening. Obviously, there's 3 or 4 right rear flats, so they went on the track and kind of looked for rocks and just debris and stuff like that. I think the biggest thing Good job. I think the biggest thing is we're all running that fine line on the top in 3 and 4, and like we actually knocked the curb off the racetrack, like off of 4, so it's just wall. So I think a lot of the flats are probably just guys getting into the wall and just knocking the sidewall out. It's pretty easy to do, but like I said, just my boys been working hard. It's been a long week. We had some good runs, and I've kind of screwed up the car a few times, but I mean, it shows how hard we work at Kohler Motorsports, Midwest Sheet Metal, Bilstein Shocks, Longhorn Chassis, 5-star race car bodies, Metman Designs, BBR suspension, my wife, my kids, all the fans for coming out, Hoker Trucking, Coltman Farms, Night Companies, EMD Wraps, always making this thing look good. Ultimate Towing, Capital Waste, the Elite Ready Mix. Obviously, my kids for being pretty crazy, but anytime we can come here and we can run good, it's pretty cool. And I forgot KP's birthday yesterday, so I guess I'll tell him happy birthday a day late.
I like talking to you, but the kids are my favorite part of a Victory Lane interview. Ricky Thornton Jr. gets it done for the 2nd year in a row. Guys, we're going to catch up with 2nd and 3rd. As we do that, we'll send it back up to you.
Well, DJ, I tell you what, confetti party indeed in Farmer City for the 2nd year in a row. DJ's going to make his way over to catch up with our 2nd place finisher, Brandon Shepard, who was working it hard, trying to get to Victory Lane for the 2nd time in 3 years in this event. Comes up 1 spot short. Back down to you, Dustin.
Yeah, Brandon, we saw him come over and gave Ricky Thornton a handshake. You led that thing up until 9 laps to go. What did you need to do different to be sitting over there in Lucas Oil Veland Victory Lane?
Leading that race there, I was just kind of running the line that I always run here, and it started to rubber getting into 3 lower, and I wasn't moving around at all. I was just kind of trying to maintain my own pace and trying to get away from him a little bit, but they were showing me he was getting closer, and when they moved the tires out in 1 and 2, that kind of messed me up a little bit, but I still felt like I was getting through there okay. And then now we got the right rear tires about half flat, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but I definitely, he definitely found the better part of the track there late in the race, and 3 and 4 I think is really what lost me that one. But so sometimes they're tough to lead, and especially when you got the 20 RT and guys like that behind you. It's it's a tough crowd out here for sure, but just couldn't do it without all my great crew and all the people behind us and just sticking with us. And I got to thank all the great sponsors on this thing: Valvoline, Seabrook Calf Ranches, Ace Metalworks, Styles Marine and Maintenance, Performance Grading. I think I said Valvoline, Franklin Enterprises, Collins Brothers Towing, Durham Racing Engines, Fox Shocks, Rocket Chassis, Mark, Danny, Austin, Joel, all them guys. My family, I think they're watching from home today. Wife and kids didn't come, and definitely means a lot to have my dad and my grandpa's support. Like I said, it's been a little bit up and down this year, but we're starting to build some consistency, and we just hopefully we can carry it on and keep this train rolling a little bit. I got to thank Sunoco Fuels and just all of our great partners on this thing. They all mean the world to us, and we appreciate them sticking behind us through all the ups and the downs, and we're gonna hopefully keep them on the ups from here on out.
He comes home with a runner-up finish here tonight. How about it, Farmer City, the driver out of New Berlin, Illinois, Brandon Shepard. Your 3rd place finisher coming over here, grabbing a word with his team. Hudson O'Neill, you drove that thing from 17th to 3rd on a track that just very candidly was not easy to do that on. So I'll ask you the point-blank question. How did you get this SSI Motorsports on the podium here tonight?
Well, they put this onboard camera on me, and I was kind of...
Good luck, all good luck, right?
Well, I didn't think that through the B main, but I was like, man, I gotta at least be a little bit better than 17th for this camera. But no, it really, we rode around there, I think, in the back, for a long time, and until the racetrack really started to slow down and we could move around a little bit was whenever I started passing cars, and thankfully we had a lot of restarts. That helped tremendously, and I was just able to get 1 or 2 every restart, and right there at the end I felt like, man, I thought maybe I had a shot to maybe get up there and mix it up with them, and I was on Shepard's back bumper, just it started taking a little rubber down there, and it was kind of got Wayne dominant down there, and every time I'd get a run on him in 1 and 2, I just have to get in line down here. So but nonetheless, coming out of a B main and driving up here and having another podium run, it's just such a big relief after what we thought the night could have went. So thank you to Farmer City, thank you to all you fans for sticking out, and it's awesome to come over here to Illinois close to home and race, and appreciate all my guys, Riley, Kyle, Jason, Todd and Vicky Burns, and everybody back at the shop. My fiance Tessa for slinging some shirts, and have Laverne Tarpey and Doug Hugh with us here tonight. And it's just so cool to see familiar faces. So appreciate everybody on this race car. Wheeler Metals, Merrill Bonding, Professional Concrete Cutting and Drilling, Big River Steel, O'Neill Savage and Recycling, Bob and Tammy Burton, USSSA Fast Pitch, Bill Stein Shocks, Longhorn Chassis. Everybody's part of this deal. It takes so many people to make us up and down the road, and people like Snowco Fuel and Midwest Sheet Metal make that possible. So we appreciate every one of them.
He's one of your hard chargers tonight, Farmer City, rallying from 17th to 3rd. How about it for the new deal, Hudson? Oh, hang on. What do we got here, Sheppy?
Man, the past 2 times I've thanked my sponsors. I forgot Big Ed, Petroff Towing, so super thankful for him for helping us get up and down the road. That's all I got. Thanks.
You can't upset Ed. There you go, Brandon Shepard. Hud, are you good? Do we need to thank anyone else? Did you get everybody? I mean, Brandon's over here thanking people afterwards.
As we're turning around, we try to do our best, and we can't do the best we can. But yeah, Dyno won while we're talking about it. Hutchins Insurance Group, Subsurface of Indiana, SSI Motorsports, and I think that'll Bobcat of Batesville. So I think we finished them off.
Flow Racing for that onboard camera now. You broke this supposed curse.
Yeah, no kidding. You wouldn't believe I was down there after that B-main thinking, man, I haven't done a very good job for these guys. But thankful we were able to give them a little bit of a show.
All right, good job, Hud. Brandon, thank you. Guys, I think we're done down here with the Big River Steel podium tonight at Farmer City. Congratulations going out to Hudson O'Neill 3rd, Brandon Shepard 2nd, and, of course, Ricky Thornton Jr. going back-to-back in the Farmer City 74.
Yeah, the Sunoco Race Fuels Road to Wheatland, a Sunoco Race Fuels sweep, right? The top 3 all run Sunoco Race Fuels.
Wow.
Thornton, Shepard, and O'Neill.
Down there thanking sponsors, kissing babies, and eating confetti. Well, let's go into tonight's race recap. And I tell you what, Brandon Shepard in a race where early on it looked like tires might be the big determining factor. He led early and often from the Victory Fuel pole, James, and he had some different suitors coming at him from position number 2, but he kept him at bay for the first half of the race.
Yeah, Shirley was good early on in this race, and then there's the first caution for Spencer Hughes, but really unchallenged for most of that race. A lot of 2 and 3 wide racing still through the mid part of the race. We had a bevy of cautions there and moving the tires back out, and
you see Bobby Pierce there, tire goes flat. He would rejoin the back of the pack, but he retired a few laps later. Shannon Babb, he and Ryan Unziger got together. Babb out of the party, mangled the left side of that race car. And then you could really see Ricky Thornton Jr. and guys like Hudson O'Neill start to roll the middle of that racetrack as they head to battle that hole at the bottom of 1, and the tires get pushed out. But Thornton, a year ago, he spoiled the party late for the Land of Lincoln. He did it again here tonight.
Yeah, 64 laps. Shepard will be out in front, but the last part of that race, lap 65 on, the final 9 go to Thornton, and there you see the pass for the lead. Shepard came right back, but that was all she wrote after that. O'Neill gave it a run there at the end, but Ricky Thornton Jr. his 49th career win in the Lucas Oil Series.
That's right, $25,000 tonight. The Blager Concrete Farmer City 74. It's RTJ back in Lucas Oil Victory Lane. And it's been a fantastic night. Illinois Speed Week continued tonight. James, tomorrow, Illinois Speed Week 2025, we wrap it up. $30,000 to win at Fairbury Speedway, America's dirt track. We roll into town tomorrow. What better way to put a bow on this week?
Yeah, and high diver himself, Mike Norris, will be joining us. Don't forget, we still have the modified feature coming up next. After the break, yes, as you see Thornton down in Victory Lane, he's going to run out of confetti. The kids are going to eat all the confetti, and we're going to be out of confetti. We got a long stretch of racing.
Well, those kids are growing, so confetti must be healthy and full of protein. We're going to step aside. Thanks to marketing partners. We come back. It's modified feature time here at Farmer City Raceway. The Blager Concrete Farmer City 74. Congrats. Ricky Thornton Jr. picks up the Lucas Oil win here tonight.